There you go. Awesome. All right, we're live. So I'm just going to give everybody a second to jump on. Make sure we're good before we totally start. Okay, perfect. I see people are jumping on. All right, perfect. All right, we're good. I am going to go ahead and get started. Sorry for the craziness around me. My daughter and I took an impromptu vacation to Sedona, so it's not too shabby working from a laptop by the pool, but I'm really excited because we have an awesome guest, or co-host rather. Lindsay was in the Country Heat test group. Lindsay is also a Beachbody elite coach. You've been coaching for 5 years? 5 years, right. So this girl has just been like slaying the Country Heat test group, and your results completely like blew my face off. And I wasn't really, I have to be honest, when Beachbody announced this new program, Country Heat, I'm like, yeah, that was kind of my response. Maybe if I had been exposed to it 5 years ago when I was kind of more an entry-level fitness person, I might have been more enticed to look at the program and take it a little bit more seriously. But after doing programs like 21 Day Fix Extreme and P90X and Insanity and all of those really, really tough programs, I just had this notion that you can't really get results with a simple dancing routine like Country Heat. And I saw like the picture for it, like who might be able to help and serve. And I was excited for that, but personally, I just had this, we'll see, like for me personally. And then I saw all the results coming out of the test group, and I was like, what the fudge? My mind was blown. And so like, I was so crazy pumped when you said that you wanted to jump on and co-host this thing with me, because I need to know everything about this program. I mean, I just have the 2 or 3 minute sweet little YouTube commercial that Beachbody had created, but that's all I know. And so you have all the kind of behind the scenes nitty gritty. So we want to pick your brain tonight and figure out who's going to love this program, what kind of results that they can expect, and all the good stuff. So first of all, do you want to share with everyone who may not know what your personal results look like, and just let them know what it is, what kind of changes that you saw personally?
Yeah, I would love to show you my photo, but I actually don't think I have it where I'm at right now. If you go to my page, though, you guys, people have been tagging me in my photo because I put it out to share. So you'll just see it. And I put a post up too for this call in case anybody wanted to jump on. So first of all, I lost 10 pounds. It's a 30-day program, so I lost 10 pounds in the 30 days. I think it was 6 in the first week. And that was like, whoa. Because I kind of had the same reservations that you had. I was excited because I like fun fitness. Like I was a Turbo Fire girl. Like I love Turbo Fire. And I trusted that like Autumn's got to do, like there's no way she's going to bring something that isn't going to work. So I kind of had a little bit of a trust there. But yeah, 6 pounds like the first week. And then it was, I should look at my notes on my phone, but then it was 17.5 inches and 10 pounds all together. I was going to try and see if I could look at my inches lost that first week, because it was,
I'm going to share my screen and pull up your pictures while you're talking.
Okay, go ahead.
You see it?
And I'm actually in the same, so what I did here is, I was nervous about this too, because the first photo is no light. The second photo, we put a light on me. And I was like, my color changes on the sports bra. But really, it's the same everything. We just added some light to it, which I should have done in the beginning. Where is my
You can clearly see like there's massive inches that have disappeared here. Look at your waist.
Yes. So
you pull up your other picture so people can see front. Like
there you go.
It's business.
I don't know if I put my back photos up yet. Okay, I can't find where exactly the inches were in the first week, but it was like by week 2, it was a good chunk, maybe 10 or 11, and I was just like, wow. And I had a blast. Like I'm gonna hammer and chisel, like P90X, like all of that stuff type of girl. It needs to be a HIIT workout or it needs to be weightlifting. This some of the newer stuff, I was like, no. So I'm like, I totally understand like that whole, everyone who maybe is like, no, I need to lift, I need this and do that. I totally get the nerves of why would I want to do this program, for sure. So I'm trying to think of what else I could tell you about just the whole, you know, it's just such a different program. Like we're going to be able to reach people that are scared to death of P90X and 21 day. So think about this. Like when you start the 21 day fix, what's the first move you do? Surrenders, right? Imagine getting a person started on surrenders and they're like, I'm out. Like this is, it's the first workout is the first move you do is surrenders. You're holding weights, you're bending your knees, and you're getting up. And like, so when you're looking at that kind of person who's new to fitness, who's scared, like, I don't want to go to the gym, I don't want to lift, I don't want to do any of that, this is going to be definitely perfect for them. But we also had people like myself and like a couple others that are been in it for years, fitness is their thing, and they were scared going into this, and everybody got amazing results. So yeah, it's definitely a blow your mind program, you know?
So that was kind of my initial thought, was looking at, okay, well, who might be interested in it? Because it kind of looks a little bit like a super newbie workout for someone who just really wants to have fun, but we definitely want to at least get like some blood flowing. But I didn't really see a whole lot more than that. Now, having said that, I think that there's a huge space for that because there's a lot of people that are extremely fearful of fitness, thinking like, I just can't do it. And so I thought like, wow, this would reach a lot of people that we haven't been able to reach before, and just getting them started with moving their body and creating a habit, which is what is the foundation of like what the rest of our life looks like. It's all a compilation of our habits. So I thought, okay, this is really good for those people. But then I was thinking, okay, if someone's already been working out, is there a concern that they might be at risk of losing some muscle tone? What was your experience with that?
So it actually was one of those, look at Autumn. Has she lost any muscle recently? Because that's all she's been doing. She just started adding in 21 Day Fix Extreme because of the infomercial group going on. But she's been doing this for a while and she didn't lose any muscle. So no, the really cool thing about this program is it is still like there's squats in there, except you're dancing through them. So you're still doing like, there's this conditioning workout or dance, I guess you could say, and you're dancing, but you're conditioning. And so you're like, the push-ups are there and they have you do these moves, and it reminds me of Insanity for a minute. And I'm like, whoa, like there's some pretty intense stuff in there. And so that is a piece that like none of us saw coming. And we were like, oh, this is so cool. And it's totally she calls it a fitness dance fusion in that particular workout or dance, whatever you want to call it. And yeah, so it almost, and it also had some PiYo moments where I'm like, oh, it's kind of like PiYo, but it is, you know, you're not going to lose your muscle. I'll just leave it at that.
Well, so what if someone like me who wouldn't necessarily, like, I have to have vodka to consider myself a dancer and believe that. So clearly I'm not going to be drinking every morning before my workout. Now, am I going to be able to do this program and not feel like a complete failure?
Yes, there are. Okay, so I think that it's important to understand that the first week or the first of every new dance you learn from her, first of all, Autumn breaks it down by 8 counts or 8 moves. So what I mean by that is she's gonna say, we're gonna learn the, I don't know, the squat thing or whatever she wants to call the different moves. There's everything has a name, and like penguin, and there's just everything is a name. And she will take she'll walk you through it 8 times. So that's part of your movement, part of your calorie burn. She'll walk you through that movement. And so you're learning and learning and learning. And I'll tell you, there's a move called wonky feet, and I'm still like, okay, what am I doing? And you just, it's sort of a repractice and like you watch them on the screen, you gotta remember they've been doing this for a long time, right? But she walks you through it, and then you walk through it again. And she will do a breakdown video, which I would highly encourage you to look at. She really wanted us to follow it before we would do the actual, and I think they're like, I don't know, 15 minutes or less. And she just walks you through kind of slower, and then you feel really good, because when you really, the music kicks in, and guys, I'm not even a country music fan. I'm just, well, now I am, but like I wasn't. I'm like, okay, this should be, I was a little nervous about some of the songs, and the first couple times they come on, I'd be like, I want to shut it off, maybe put on my own music, but you get into it. So that would be, I would say, walk through the steps as she walks you through them, and be okay with knowing that maybe by week 4 you're going to get much better at it, and as you continue.
So that's great, because I know that there's a lot of people out there who they like to dance. Maybe they're not as advanced as they feel they might need to be for size, but then is country their thing? Maybe it is, or maybe it isn't. And for me, like, I'm a little bit more, I don't know, top hits type mute. That's mostly what I listen to. But then I can throw in some country and I can enjoy that. But I know that there's definitely days for me, especially, where I might be in a really, really tough, like heavy weightlifting program. And there's just days where I'm like, I'm not feeling this, but I don't want to break my routine. So even if I didn't feel like this was going to be my soulmate workout, I can see where this can start to fit into my overall like annual fitness routine of those days where I'm just like, I don't think I'm going to be able to do a hammer and chisel workout today. You just have those days where you're just mentally not there, or physically you're exhausted. And I might be able to get down a little bit more with thinking like, I can just dance this out. But I hate breaking the routine, because then I just spiral out of control. So, but I know it's called Country Heat, and I know there's dancing. Does that mean it's a line dancing program, or what does that look like?
No, this is cardio dance fitness. So there are some movements where you're like kind of going in the line, but it's not line dancing. There are, and to kind of go back to what you just said, I will tell you, there's a handful who came out of the group who started 21 Day Fitness Extreme, and they wanted to be a part of the other big group, and they were like, and they actually went back to Country Heat, and they were like you, like, I don't want to break my routine, I want to lift my weights. So I do believe, like, I still do the workout, like I'm following it still, and I'm like, I cannot believe this produced these kind of results. Like all of us are still completely mind blown by, and it's funny because we're still like, we don't want to let go. Like, no, we don't want to go back to the other stuff. So it's really interesting to just share that with you, let you know, like, the mindset of everybody going into this was like, oh God, like we were super nervous about it, but going through it, so much fun. We look forward to the workout. Like, we wanted to, every day it was like, can I do another one? Like, let's do another one, and stuff like that. And so I just thought it'd be, I want you guys to know that this is going to be something that it's not size. Size is memory. And I think a lot of people got frustrated with, well, I don't know, but for me, I got frustrated with just trying to figure it out. By the end, I was like, whoa, slow down. I'm like, where are you? This isn't anything like that. Literally, it's so cool how she did it. And it's odd, you gotta, like, that girl, she wants to get everyone in shape. So she just really, really smart with the moves. They're still dancey, but they're still fitness. So it's a cardio dance fitness. So not really line dancing.
I love it. Okay. So that sounds a little bit more kind of up my alley, but I like the fact that for people who do like to line dance, it's still there. There's still that element. And of course they get their country music. So I think that it's going to kind of touch a couple different markets there, which will be great for getting more people more consistent or at least starting their fitness. How long are the workouts and how many days a week do you work out?
So we work out, you have 6 days a week, and they are 27 to 30 minutes.
Amazing. You're speaking my language.
Still, and again, you're like, really? That's over. I mean, it goes by so fast because you're just having a blast that you're like, can I do another? Maybe I'll do another. You know, I mean, that's just the thinking with it with us.
You lost 17 and a half inches in 30 days working out just 30 minutes a day. That blows my mind.
It does mine too, because in the 21-day fix, I didn't even lose that. Well, 21-day fix was close, but like, yeah, I'm still.
You know what I just feel like, and this is just like the psychology side of me. This program doesn't seem as serious as a lot of traditional fitness programs. It seems like there is a unique element of fun to it. And when we're having fun, we get better results with anything in our life. And so I can see where you might get better results with something like this, depending on your emotional approach to it, maybe. Okay, let's talk about food, because for those of us who may not have ever, or for the people who are listening to this right now who may have never experienced the container system, or for those who have, is it just like 21-day fix? Do you still get your treats? Is it more strict? Same with like the containers that you might have been using before?
It very much is 21-day fix, pretty much. And you could have your treats. Yes, it's not extreme. I would say, I feel like I did have chocolate. I did not have any drinks. I don't have any no, I did. My brother got married while I was in the test group, which is insane. I went to a wedding. My first couple of days in, I was in a wedding, and I had to kind of follow the food at the wedding, which was a challenge. But you know what's so cool about this is not only is it that the treats are there, you guys, but there is such a mindset with this program. I think that people, like, I still haven't really had a cheat meal, and I'm two or 3 weeks out, which is weird. Most people are like, get me through, I just want some pizza or whatever. Like, and we all were like that. Like, we'd be like dreaming of ice cream or whatever. And then we all came out, we were like, no, we don't really want that. And I thought that was really interesting. There's something about that fun piece to it that really does, if you think about it, it is good to, I guess, stress your body and get the weights and do all that stuff. But it's also good to really take a break, to switch things up, to have fun and not be stressed about what's going in your mouth or what is the workout is going to be like. Because how many days a week do you wake up and you're like, oh, it's leg day. Oh, it's arm day. Or whatever. Like, it's so very, I mean, yes, there are days you wake up and you're like, I'm pumped, I'm gonna leg day, I'm gonna crush it. And then there's days where you're like, like, I don't want to do this, but I have to do this, or I don't want to whatever, right? And you think about, like, one of the coolest things I did with the food was I followed Autumn's buy a roasted chicken and use that, because I traveled, I was on vacation through this whole thing. I went to Chicago for 10 days while I was in the test group, and I was at my brother's wedding. I was gone for 4 days. So I was gone for 14 of the 30 days. And I thought mentally at first, I'm like, I'm so screwed. I'm going to be, you know, it's going to go backwards. But because of the fun and because of the looking forward to the workout, like, I'd be like, all right, people, I need my time. I'm going to eat like this. Like, and it was something that you really, truly wanted, as opposed to extreme results, extreme like this. And you can't have this. There was just a different mindset there to the fact that all of us are done and we're all still kind of doing it. Some of us are, and we haven't had real interest in cheating. So that's something that I think is really important for people to know as well.
I think that that probably is one of the biggest selling features for me personally, coming from a background of having eating disorders and feeling bondage towards food and feeling obligation. And all these reasons of like working out because I hate my body, not because I love my body. And the transformation that I've had over the years of, I don't want to lose that. I've come so far personally, emotionally with my health and fitness that I don't want to get to the point where I feel like it's all in vanity and out of self-hatred versus self-love and that anxiety that you create in your own head when it comes to like, oh my God, I have to do this, like almost like this torturous workout just to get results, just so I don't look fat in my bathing suit, just so I won't be embarrassed in front of so-and-so, just so people won't talk crap about, like all the ridiculous bullshit that we say in the back of our mind. Most of it's not even true, but it feels that way in our own head. So having something that really not just helps you look and feel better, but doesn't make you feel emotionally negative about yourself at the same time is, I think, extremely unique and such a blessing to a lot of people that have been there through those kind of the negative self-hatred, eating disorder background.
Yeah, and I'm a hard on myself type of person, looking in the mirror like, really, Lindsay, come on. Type of thing. And I have worked through, recently just telling yourself you're actually really great at this. You actually are lean. You got this. And so I think that's important. And she talks about just have fun, like just shake it out. Like really sort of like the PIO mindset of like, just get moving is what the key is here. But the results, because you're like, sure, yeah, I'll get moving, then I'm going to lift some weights because this isn't enough. Like, this is not enough. And then you walk through a week of just like, we had to, commit. No, we're not doing anything else, right? And you go through this week. In the first week, all the results come in, and you're just like, whoa, and like you're so excited to get your workout in, and the music comes, and you start to get used to some of the moves. And you're like, this is my favorite move, or whatever. So yeah, I think there's just something in the mindset of this program that is so cool. And I think if you're a person out there who fails and fails and fails and fails at so many programs, and you're like, oh my God, 2 weeks in, I can't do this or whatever, I do believe you are going to complete this. I believe you are gonna make it. And you're going to blow your own mind with the results and have so much fun. Like the time goes by. It's so different from it's leg day type of thing. And there's a lot of leg movement in this. So I lost 2.5 inches on each leg in the thighs. And I also lost a size. So I was coming down a size, like kind of the in between. And then now I'm in between the next level. And it was like, wow. So I forgot to add that in the beginning, but yeah, that happened too.
2 inches out of both legs in 30 days. That's what a lot of people would be like. That would be ideal in a 90-day program. And you did it in 30 dancing.
Yeah.
And were there any weights involved?
Let me think about it. No weights.
No weights. That's amazing. Really, really. I had one more question for you, and now it seems to be escaping me. Oh, well, the one thing that I was going to add on was I love that you're talking about the test group experience, because I think the other element that is something unique to Beachbody program specifically is that not only do we have fitness that clearly works, we have a nutrition plan that clearly works and doesn't leave you feeling 100% deprived, like you have to give up everything you love. You had drinks at the wedding, you had some chocolate. I do the same thing, and I've gotten amazing results. I'll even have a piece of pizza in there once in a while, and I still eat like a normal human being. I'm on vacation right now, and eating like a normal human being, but still maintaining my health and fitness. The other element that I think is very, very special that helps people get from that beginning to the completion stage that a lot of people are lacking, I think, is our accountability groups. We, as coaches, also offer that same experience that Lindsay got in the official test group for this program, you get that accountability of like the daily check-ins, the making sure that you're eating things right, you have your coach checking on you, you have that emotional support group when you're having a rough day or when you need an opportunity to celebrate, and you don't want to do that alone. And I just feel like, especially women, I can't speak for men because I'm not one, but I do know that when you're doing something with other people and you're all moving towards a common goal collectively together, you tend to just get better results and it's a better experience.
Yeah.
So that's one thing that's very, very special. Would you say that that accountability piece of everybody working towards a common goal was a part of the reason that you probably got such great results?
Yes, because, and let me tell you, we walked into this group and I was like, okay, I'm going on 10-day vacation. I was so pumped for Chicago popcorn and whatever, pizza, and like, cause I'm from Chicago, that's where I grew up, and I was going back for the first time in 2 years, and I was like starting to write out where I'm going to eat, what I'm going to do, and here comes this. And I'm like, and my brother's wedding, and I was in the wedding. So we had we had a night at the bar and Top Golf on Thursday, and then the rehearsal dinner, and that's more food, and then the wedding, and all these things are coming at me. And I walk into this group, and I'm like, I see another girl, I'm getting ready to travel. She's like, we're going to this place, and I'm gonna barely have access to a kitchen. And then another girl comes in, I'm getting ready to travel, and another one, and I'm like, this is great. I'm not the only one who's getting ready to travel. I can do this. Hi, Rachel. I see her back there.
Saw like a shadow, and I was like, who's being weird behind me? And then
anyway, so I get into this group, and I'm like, oh, how am I ever going to survive? Like, when you want to travel to a place, and part of the place is the food, like, you're like, ugh. Like, I literally cannot, screw up my results. I really want to do well. And when you find out that all these people are going through the same thing you're going through, you all come together, and we literally cheered each other through. One had a bachelorette party weekend in San Diego. One had her own bridal shower, and she was like, oh, it's my own bridal shower, like mimosas and cupcakes and whatever. And like, people were going through what every person out there faces every day, and that's the choice of what do I put in my mouth and what don't I put in my mouth, and is it worth it to put it in my mouth or not. And I think there's, again, something in the mindset, and then of course the surrounding of and sharing ideas for like, so for example, one of them took Shakeology and put it in a yogurt, like a vanilla yogurt, and mixed it, and was like dying for chocolate. This is what I'm doing. And another one was doing the teaspoon of peanut butter and throwing a couple chocolate chips on there. And that's how they were getting through some of those moments of, wanting to have a little bit more to their day, if you will, like chocolate again. And it was possible, and they still got results. But the cool part about the accountability groups was that we all understood the challenges. We all understood, a lot of us were traveling, and we came up with creative ways to, handle the airport. We would post like in the group and be like, in the airport right now, husband's eating chips or whatever at the chips and salsa, and I'm over here just doing my thing, like we would be very much on point with that. And I think that is one of the greatest things about that group. And on top of that, I made a ton of new friends within the network that I had never really met before. And I grew close to some people that I've never, again, really known before, that now we're like, we can't wait to get to Nashville and see each other. Cause there's a bond, I feel like in the group that you create with each other, which is what's really cool about our accountability groups, is you make new friends and you find ladies and or guys that are on the same path as you, that get it, that are going through the challenge of, maybe you're trying to lose weight, or maybe you just need to have some fun in your life, right? So sorry, that was long-winded, but I wanted to get that out.
And I'm so glad that you did, because I think that is like the secret sauce of why people get such great results with us. Yes, our programs are phenomenal, but anybody could go to the gym and work their ass off. It might take them a little bit longer, because our workouts, I think, are a little bit more succinct and intentionally built, where people get results faster, but they could do it in an hour, what they could probably do with 30 minutes from us if they wanted to. And I'm sure they could figure out, like, eat some extra lettuce, eat some extra fruit and stuff like that. It's common sense, right? If you want to lose weight, burn more calories than you eat. But it just doesn't always click with people the way that we want it to. And it's not always that simple, right? It's that simple. It's just not that easy. And when you're going through something that's not that easy, you want other people to share with you, because it just makes it, you just approach it differently with a different attitude, because you're not the only one that feels like you're suffering. And then you switch your mindset, because now all of a sudden it went from like this idea of suffering because we can't have to, oh, this is kind of fun, just trying to figure this out with my girlfriends. It's just a different vibe. It's a whole different experience, and why people get such great results. So I just wanted to go through some of the other test group results. I'm just staring at some numbers here. And so I'm just going to quickly go through these for you guys. I'm looking at someone that lost, and these are all in 30 days, day 1 through 30, 18 inches, 13 and a half inches, 8.7, 13.8, 9, 9.5, 8.5, 11.5. These are all inches, 13.5, 14 inches. So I could go on and on and on. I think the person that lost these was only 8 inches, but she was already a small individual to start with. So every single person got phenomenal results for 30 days of just focused, fun, kind of, really. Yeah. And you literally cannot do that anywhere else that I know of. So this program is amazing. Your tips have been phenomenal and so helpful, and I think are going to help people make a decision as far as to whether this is right for them or not. But if you're watching this webinar right now and you think like, you know what, this is it for me, like I gotta do something, or I'm just tired of waking up every day with like all the hope in the world of thinking, oh, okay, I'm gonna do something today, and then life throws you off track again because you don't have that accountability to check in with, and then you go to bed and you just feel down on yourself over and over and over. That perpetual Groundhog's Day, like it's just a crappy way to live. Nobody wants you to do that. You have the accountability piece, you have the fitness piece, you have the nutrition piece, plus there's rewards. So Beachbody will pay for incredible transformations through our Beachbody Challenge, which we give away 7 figures a year, I think, or something like that. Just ridiculous amounts of money that Beachbody basically gives away for people who have phenomenal transformations. So you could literally make money for losing weight, which is pretty rad. So yeah, if you guys are like, I'm ready, this program does not launch until the end of this month, but I know for me, I'm personally only working with 20 people in my test group, and I know each coach is individually runs their groups in different ways, but I know I can personally only manage 20 people at a time, and that's how I run my business. I'm sure Lindsay runs hers differently, and all the other coaches do, but typically we do have a limited number of spots. So you're gonna wanna reach out to the person that invited you to this and ask them to be put as like a VIP on their waiting list, so that as soon as it does launch, that you're going to be that first person into their test group, and make sure you have that spot RSVP'd before it launches. That way you're guaranteed as soon as it comes out. I'm starting a test group the following Monday after it launches. So I'm not even taking a second to get started with my people. You guys are going to be want to be ready for that. It's going to be so much fun. You guys can be the first people to share and have all of your friends at the end of the summer when they're gaining weight because they're piling in the barbecue into their faces, and you're looking freaking chic and amazing and fit and confident. They're going to be like, what's she have? I want some of it. Or what's he have? He's got to be smoking something. Where's he getting it from? And you guys are going to be able to say, you know, that you found something that finally is getting you the results, and you're having fun doing it, which is pretty freaking awesome. Do you have any last things that you want to add in there, Lindsay?
I was just going to add, so the last time Autumn launched a program, it sold out. I don't know if you remember this, but it was like that. So I just want to, you know, those of you who really want this, make sure you definitely get emails into whoever invited you ASAP and say, I definitely want a spot. Or, you know, just mark me down, make sure you know. I know I'm doing something very similar and working my way through my emails now. So I believe it launches on the 28th of the month. And what did I want to say to that? I believe it also, you'll get it on Beachbody On Demand right away. So you'll be able to log into your Beachbody On Demand and be able to start it. And then also, let me just add that on the 18th, which is next Monday, they are doing a sneak peek of another Country Heat workout on Beachbody On Demand. And it's a different one, so you'll get to try it. And you'll be like, oh, okay, I get it now. Yeah, it's a different one. From what I understand, they're supposed to be doing something. I think you guys have tried Country Swing as a sneak peek, and that's one of them. And I believe they're putting on a different one on the 18th. So mark your calendar.
Awesome. So coaches, you could do a fun little accountability group the week before Country Heat launches. So if any of your people are interested in trying it and just getting a small little mini experience of what a challenge group is, there's an idea for you to help people experience this program before it launches and make sure that it's going to be a program that they're really going to enjoy. So that's awesome. I'm super pumped for that. Thank you so much for jumping on with us and sharing all of your amazing knowledge. Lindsay, congratulations on your incredible results. I can't wait to hug you at Summit. Your chic little fit and amazing hotness. And if you guys have any additional questions, reach out to the person that invited you today and they will be able to help you. Make sure to get on their VIP wait list, and we will see everybody in the Country Heat test group starting in very, very early August. Have an awesome night. Thanks for hanging with us tonight, you guys.